People of God, listen to me. I am not speaking to your ears alone. I am speaking to your spirit. I am speaking to that place inside you where decisions are made, where destinies are shaped, where tomorrow is quietly being prepared. As we step into 2026, there is a word that must settle deeply in your heart. Not as a slogan, not as a trend, but as a divine instruction. Focus only on yourself. Many people misunderstand this statement. They think it means pride. They think it means selfishness. They think it means isolation. No, it means alignment. It means responsibility. It means maturity. It means understanding that God will never judge you based on another person's assignment. Heaven will not ask you why someone else failed. Heaven will ask you why you neglected your own calling. Most people lose their peace, not because their life is too hard, but because their focus is divided. They are watching others grow while neglecting their own roots. They are counting another person's blessings while ignoring their own instructions. They are fighting battles that were never assigned to them. That is why their strength is drained, their joy is stolen, and their vision is blurred. In 2026, you must learn this truth. Wherever your focus goes, your life follows. When you focus on people, you will be controlled by people. When you focus on opinions, you will be limited by opinions. When you focus on problems, your world will shrink to the size of those problems. But when you focus on your purpose, your character, your obedience, your growth, heaven begins to cooperate with you. I have seen many people praying powerful prayers, yet living powerless lives. Why? Because prayer without focus becomes noise. Fasting without focus becomes suffering. Faith without focus becomes frustration. God is not confused about what He wants to do in your life. The confusion is in your attention. Your spirit is willing, but your focus is scattered. Listen to me carefully. Every season demands a different level of focus. What distracted you in the past season must not follow you into 2026. Some relationships were permitted for a time, but not for a lifetime. Some conversations were useful once, but now they are poison. Some comparisons entertained you, but now they are killing your confidence. You cannot carry unnecessary weight and expect to run a divine race. Many people are tired, not because they are doing too much, but because they are doing what does not concern them. They are emotionally invested in matters God never assigned to them. They are explaining themselves to people who will never understand them. They are trying to be accepted where they were only meant to be tolerated for a season. When you focus only on yourself, you stop trying to prove anything to anyone. You understand that growth is silent. You understand that transformation happens in secret before it is revealed in public. You stop announcing your plans to people who do not have the capacity to protect your vision. You become comfortable with progress that does not receive applause. In 2026, God will not promote noise. He will promote depth. He will not reward business. He will reward obedience. He will not honor those who look successful. He will honor those who are faithful in private. That is why your focus must shift from outward validation to inward alignment. Look at your life. Where is your attention going every day? What occupies your thoughts when you wake up? What steals your peace at night? That is your true focus. And whatever dominates your focus eventually dominates your destiny. This is why some people attend church but grow bitter. Some read scriptures but remain fearful. Some speak faith but live in anxiety. Their focus is not on growth, it is on comparison, offense. and expectation from people. Focus only on yourself means you take responsibility for your reactions. You stop blaming people for your behavior. You stop saying, if they change, I will change. No. You change because it is right, not because someone deserves it. You grow because your future needs it, not because your past failed you. In 2026, storms will still come. Challenges will still appear. People will still disappoint you. But when your focus is right, storms refine you instead of breaking you. Challenges mature you instead of discouraging you. Disappointment teaches you discernment instead of bitterness. Focus does not remove pressure. It gives pressure a purpose. I want you to understand this mystery. Distraction is a spiritual weapon. The enemy rarely destroys people directly. He distracts them until they destroy themselves. He keeps them busy with irrelevant battles. He fills their mind with unnecessary noise. He pushes them to react instead of reflect, and slowly, without realizing it, they drift away from their assignment. That is why you must guard your mind fiercely in 2026. Not every message deserves your attention. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. Not every criticism deserves a response. Silence is not weakness when you know where you are going. Distance is not pride when you are protecting your destiny. Some of you are worried because others are moving faster than you. You see people celebrating milestones, achievements, breakthroughs, and you feel left behind. Listen to me. Speed without direction is dangerous. Visibility without foundation is risky. Not every fast life lasts long. God is more interested in how well you are built than how quickly you are seen. When you focus only on yourself, you stop competing. Competition is exhausting because there is always someone ahead of you. But purpose is fulfilling because it has only one standard: obedience. The moment you understand this, peace returns to your soul. You stop rushing. You stop forcing. You stop comparing timelines. You allow God to work at the pace that protects your future. In 2026, you must also focus on your inner life. Many people are spiritually loud but emotionally wounded. They quote scriptures but avoid healing. They speak about faith but ignore discipline. They want miracles but resist transformation. God does not just want to change your situation. He wants to change your nature. Your habits matter. Your daily choices matter. Your private thoughts matter. What you tolerate today will dominate you tomorrow. If you tolerate laziness, it will steal your productivity. If you tolerate bitterness, it will poison your prayers. If you tolerate fear, it will paralyze your faith. Focus only on yourself means you confront these things honestly, without excuses. Let me tell you something powerful. God often hides your next level inside personal responsibility. People pray for open doors, but God is waiting for them to close old doors. People ask for elevation, but God is asking for separation. Not everyone who claps for you should walk with you. Not everyone who knows your name should know your plans. When you focus only on yourself, you stop explaining your silence. You understand that growth sometimes looks like disappearance. It looks like reduced access. It looks like fewer conversations. It looks like discipline. And yes, it can be lonely, but it is purposeful loneliness. It is the kind that prepares you for authority. In 2026, your focus must also be on consistency. Motivation will come and go. Feelings will change, but consistency is what builds character. Do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait to feel inspired. Do what is right even when it feels ordinary. Heaven watches faithfulness in small things more than excitement in big moments. Some people are praying for a new year, but they are carrying an old mindset. A new calendar does not produce a new life. A renewed mind does. If you enter 2026 with the same focus you had before, you will repeat the same cycles with a different date. Change does not begin with circumstances. It begins with attention. Focus only on yourself also means you forgive quickly. Not because people deserve it, but because your future cannot afford the weight of resentment. Bitterness is a heavy burden. It slows you down. It clouds your judgment. It makes you react emotionally instead of responding wisely. Forgiveness is not approval. It is release. I want you to hear this clearly. You do not need everyone to understand you. You do not need everyone to support you. You do not need everyone to agree with you. You need clarity. You need obedience. You need endurance. God never called you to be popular. He called you to be effective. In 2026, focus on what God is teaching you, not what people are doing to you. Every season has a lesson. If you miss the lesson, you will repeat the season. Ask yourself, what is this season developing in me? Patience, discipline, discernment, strength, humility. When you focus this way, nothing is wasted. Some of you are angry because life did not turn out the way you expected. But listen to me. God's delays are not denials. Sometimes He withholds what you want to protect what you need. Sometimes He slows you down to save you from a future you are not yet prepared for. Focus only on yourself means you invest in your growth even when no one is watching. You read, you learn, you pray, you reflect, you improve, you build skills, you strengthen your character, you discipline your body, you train your mind, you develop your spirit. This is how quiet people become powerful. In 2026, avoid emotional decision making. Emotions are good servants but terrible leaders. When you are tired, rest but do not quit. When you are angry, pause, but do not destroy. When you are confused, seek wisdom, but do not panic. Focus brings stability in unstable moments. I have seen people miss divine opportunities because they were too busy fighting human battles. They were offended. They were distracted. They were proving points. And while they were busy reacting, destiny passed quietly by. Do not let that be your story. This year, choose depth over display. Choose growth over gossip. Choose discipline over drama. Choose obedience over approval. Choose purpose over pleasure. When you do this, your life will begin to speak even when your mouth is silent. Focus only on yourself does not mean you ignore others. It means you stop living through them. You love without losing yourself. You serve without abandoning your assignment. You give without draining your purpose. You remain kind without becoming weak. As you move through 2026, remember this: God works with those who are aligned, not those who are distracted. He flows through vessels that are focused, not those that are noisy. When your attention is clear, your direction becomes clear. When your direction is clear, your steps become confident. Do not rush the process. Do not envy the journey of others. Do not despise small beginnings. What God is building in you now will sustain what He reveals later. Protect your focus. Guard your heart. Discipline your mind. Align your actions. If you do this, 2026 will not just be another year. It will be a turning point. A year where confusion gives way to clarity, where frustration gives way to understanding, where distraction gives way to purpose, where noise gives way to direction. And your life will quietly but powerfully move into the dimension God has prepared for you. People of God, listen to me carefully. There is a mystery in the kingdom that many people pray about, but few understand. It is not speed that brings fulfillment, it is alignment. Many people are asking God to move faster, but God is asking them to stand straighter. They want divine acceleration, but their lives are spiritually misaligned. Heaven does not rush to bless confusion. God does not accelerate disorder. Alignment attracts divine acceleration because when your spirit, your heart, your actions, and your purpose are positioned correctly, heaven finds no resistance in moving you forward. You see, God is not slow. Time is not a problem for him. Delay is not his nature. What often looks like delay is divine adjustment. God pauses a man not to punish him, but to position him. Many times you think God is holding you back, while in reality, he is aligning you so that when he releases you, nothing will scatter you. Acceleration without alignment is dangerous. It creates speed without stability, movement without meaning. Progress without protection. Look at your life honestly. Many people want quick results, but they are not correctly positioned in character. They want sudden breakthrough, but they are not aligned in obedience. They want open doors, but their hearts are still attached to closed seasons. God will not accelerate what will later destroy you. That is why alignment is mercy. It is God's way of preparing you to survive the speed you are praying for. Alignment begins in the heart. Before God aligns your environment, he aligns your intentions. Before he changes your position, he changes your posture. Many people look aligned outwardly, but inwardly they are divided. Their mouth speaks faith, but their heart entertains fear. Their hands serve God, but their mind serves pride. Their feet walk in purpose, but their eyes wander in comparison. This inner division slows divine movement. When a life is aligned, decisions become clearer. You no longer struggle with what to choose because your values guide you. Confusion leaves when alignment enters. Anxiety reduces when alignment is restored. Peace becomes your companion. Not because life has no challenges, but because your spirit knows where it stands. Alignment brings rest, and rest invites divine speed. People often misunderstand acceleration. They think it means stress, pressure, and chaos. No, divine acceleration is calm progress. It is steady advancement without panic. It is movement without exhaustion. It is growth without confusion. When God accelerates a man, he does not drag him, he carries him. But he only carries those who are aligned with his will. Alignment also means agreement. Agreement between what God says and what you accept. Agreement between where God is taking you and what you are willing to leave behind. Many people want new levels but refuse new disciplines. They want new seasons, but hold on to old habits. They want divine speed, but resist divine order. Heaven responds to agreement. When your will agrees with God's will, movement begins. Some people pray loudly, but live contrary. They declare promises, but practice disobedience. They ask for favor, but sow carelessness. This lack of alignment creates friction in the spirit, and friction always slows movement. That is why some people work hard, but move slowly. Others labor faithfully, but see little fruit. It is not effort that is missing. It is alignment. Alignment requires humility. You cannot be aligned if you are always right in your own eyes. Pride bends the path of destiny. It shifts you slightly off course, not enough to notice immediately, but enough to delay arrival. Humility straightens the path. It keeps you teachable. It allows correction. It welcomes instruction. And when God sees humility, he accelerates growth. Many people resist alignment because alignment often demands separation. God cannot align you fully while you are emotionally attached to what He is trying to remove. Some relationships slow you down. Some environments distort your vision. Some conversations weaken your faith. God does not separate you to hurt you. He separates you to speed you up. You cannot move forward quickly while constantly looking backward. Alignment also affects timing. When you are aligned, you arrive at the right place at the right time without struggle. You meet the right people naturally. Opportunities locate you without chasing. Favor recognizes you without noise. But when you are misaligned, even good opportunities become burdens. You arrive early and struggle. You arrive late and miss it. Alignment brings synchronization with divine timing. Look at nature. Rivers move fast because they follow their course. The moment a river resists its path, it overflows and causes destruction. Your life is the same. When you flow in your assignment, movement becomes easy. When you fight your calling, everything feels heavy. Acceleration is effortless when alignment is correct. Some of you are frustrated because you feel stuck. But listen carefully. Feeling stuck does not always mean you are stagnant. Sometimes it means God is straightening you. Sometimes it means He is removing excess weight. Sometimes it means He is realigning your priorities. If God wanted to destroy you, He would let you rush. But because He loves you, He adjusts you. Alignment demands patience. Adjustment takes time. Straightening what was bent over years cannot happen in a moment. God is detailed. He is precise. He is intentional. When He aligns you, He touches your thinking, your speech, your habits, your relationships, your reactions. Nothing is random. Everything is purposeful. And when alignment is complete, acceleration follows naturally. Many people want public acceleration without private alignment. They want visible success without invisible discipline. They want applause without preparation. But God begins alignment in secret. He works on what no one sees. He corrects attitudes. He reshapes motives. He rebuilds foundations. And when the foundation is strong, He allows speed on the surface. Alignment also means submission to process. Process is not punishment. Process is preparation. Those who despise process end up despising success because they are not prepared to handle it. When God accelerates you without alignment, success becomes a burden. Pressure increases. Responsibility overwhelms. Character cracks. That is why some people fall quickly after rising suddenly. Divine acceleration is safe speed. It does not expose you before you are covered. It does not elevate you before you are anchored. It does not promote you before you are disciplined. Alignment is the anchor that keeps you steady when movement increases. Without it, speed becomes destruction. Alignment attracts divine acceleration because heaven trusts aligned vessels. God commits speed to those who will not misuse it. He releases influence to those whose hearts are clean. He opens doors for those who will walk through them with humility. Trust is built through alignment, and trust unlocks movement. Many people are praying for God to change their situation, but God is waiting for them to change their position. Position is spiritual. It is not location. It is posture. How do you respond to correction? How do you handle delay? How do you treat people when no one is watching? These things reveal alignment. Alignment also brings clarity of assignment. When you know what you are called to do, you stop wasting energy on what does not concern you. You stop fighting battles that are not yours. You stop competing with people you were never meant to rival. This focus releases energy, and focused energy moves fast. Some people are tired because they are living out of alignment. They are forcing things God never assigned. They are carrying weights they were never meant to carry. They are chasing approval instead of purpose. Fatigue is often a sign of misalignment. When you align with God, strength is renewed. Alignment does not mean life becomes easy. It means life becomes meaningful. Challenges still come, but they no longer confuse you. Opposition still appears, but it no longer distracts you. Delays still happen, but they no longer discourage you. Alignment gives perspective, and perspective fuels endurance. When alignment is present, even setbacks work for you. Mistakes become lessons. Losses become wisdom. Failures become training. Nothing is wasted. Acceleration does not always look like constant success. Sometimes it looks like rapid learning. God speeds up understanding before He speeds up outcomes. Alignment also affects your prayers. When you are aligned, your prayers become precise. You stop asking for what looks good and start asking for what is right. You stop demanding and start submitting. You stop begging and start trusting. Heaven responds quickly to prayers that flow from alignment. Some people shout for breakthrough, but whisper obedience. They want results without righteousness, but righteousness aligns you with God's nature. And when your nature aligns with His, movement becomes natural. God does not fight against Himself. He flows through what reflects Him. Alignment attracts divine acceleration because alignment removes resistance. Resistance is what slows movement. Resistance in the heart. Resistance in habits. Resistance in attitude. When resistance is gone, flow increases. And where there is flow, there is speed. This is why God sometimes breaks you before He builds you. He empties you before He fills you. He humbles you before He lifts you. These are alignment processes. They are painful, but they are purposeful. They are not delays. They are preparations. When alignment is complete, acceleration surprises people. They say it happened suddenly, but they did not see the years of adjustment. They did not see the quiet obedience. They did not see the hidden discipline. They only see the movement. Divine acceleration often looks sudden to observers, but it is gradual to the vessel. Alignment also brings confidence, not arrogance, but assurance. You stop doubting every step. You stop seeking constant validation. You move with calm authority. Confidence speeds decision making, and decisive people move faster than hesitant ones. Some of you are entering a season where things will move quickly. But before that, God is aligning your heart, your focus, your desires. Do not resist it. Do not rush it. Cooperate with it. What God aligns, He accelerates. Alignment is saying yes to God even when it costs you comfort. It is choosing obedience over convenience. It is choosing purpose over popularity. These choices may slow you temporarily, but they position you for long-term speed. When you are aligned, you do not fear acceleration. You welcome it. You are ready for it. You are grounded. You are stable. You are disciplined, you are focused, and when God releases momentum, you will not be shaken. Alignment attracts divine acceleration because heaven moves through order. God is a God of order. Where there is order, there is flow. Where there is flow, there is movement. Where there is movement, there is progress. So examine your alignment, not your activity, but your alignment. Not your busyness, but your obedience. Not your intentions, but your position. When alignment is restored, acceleration follows naturally. quietly, powerfully, carrying you forward with strength, clarity, and purpose